Hello and welcome to Dancing Local. I'm Ann Morris, Program Director for the Dance Project. The Dance Project is a nonprofit organization based here in Greensboro that runs three main activities: the North Carolina Dance Festival, the School at City Arts, and the Van Dyke Dance Group. And throughout all of our programs, we do a lot of community outreach, and we're here tonight to talk about one of our most exciting community outreach programs, our Summer Dancing and Drumming Workshop. And I'm here with Wesley Williams, the director of Suah African Dance Theatre, and the leader of the workshop leader for our African Dancing and Drumming camp. So we're going to talk a little bit about the sort of background of this program and look at this year's lineup. It's a really exciting program. Throughout the month of July, you bring your drums and some of the dancers in your company to work with students, with campers enrolled in a Greensboro Recreation Center camp. And throughout that month, the month of July, these campers work every afternoon for 2 hours preparing a performance, learning drumming patterns, songs, and a number of different West African dances. And then the final week of the program, these campers travel around Greensboro sharing what they've learned. Now, we've been running this camp, this workshop, for a number of years, and you've been leading it for most of those. What brings you back every year? What's exciting to you about this program?
Well, getting the chance to share the culture with some of the youngest in our community who may not have ever been exposed to traditional West African culture. The idea of sharing this culture through music and dance, it always stimulates me. It feeds me, and to know that these kids are going to grow, and by the end of our summer camp, you'll see a transformation in their learning. Mm-hmm. So every year I think about how can I get this information to them and in a way where the kids appreciate it and also learn from it.
I think one of the things that feels so exciting to me about it, or one of the, we're able to offer this program free to these summer campers. I mean, they enroll in the rec center camp, but through grants and donations. This year, most significantly, a grant from the Lincoln Financial Foundation. We're able to offer this program completely free to the students as well, and the performances free to the public as well. Right. So that feels like sort of an extra bonus. Not only are they getting this opportunity to learn things that they might not ever have had the chance to learn, but we're being able to offer it free of charge. Now, I mean, you've studied with a number of different teachers. I know at the beginning of every workshop, when I come in to see you started off with the kids, you talk about some of your teachers and some of your training. Can you say a little bit about your training and how you've learned?
Absolutely. Well, through my training, I first of all came from, I was a young boy coming in from Baltimore, Maryland. Stayed in a little trouble when I was a little teenager, but I was blessed to be introduced to a world-renowned Baba Chuck Davis, who's the artistic director for the African American Dance Ensemble based out of Durham, North Carolina. As a young boy, he would invite me to the company rehearsals, and I would sit in and watch these strong men work. And as I would go back into my home, I would always want to emulate. I want to be like these guys who I see on a daily basis working through the arts. So eventually, when I finished college, I joined Chuck Davis African American Dance Ensemble Company and spent 6 years touring the country as well as abroad, performing and sharing the tradition. So through that, after 6 years, I started my own company called Suah African Dance Theatre. And from that, my goal was to share and spread as much of this information I've learned from my teachers, Baba Chuck Davis, as well as some of the world-renowned teachers from West Africa, such as Yusuf Kumbasa and Muminatu Kamara and Mustafa Bangura, all of these like famous Ballets African National Dance Company out of Guinea, West Africa. Through that experience, it equipped me with the tools and the skill set to pass this culture down, pass this tradition down. So that's pretty much my life is West African drumming and dance.
And so when you come into this summer workshop, you know, you've got 3 weeks with these kids, and most of them have never experienced anything like this. Maybe they've seen a performance, but most of them haven't drummed, haven't danced, haven't learned any of these songs. How do you go about teaching them? What kinds of things do you teach them, and what are some of your strategies for getting them to grasp the information?
Well, the whole motivation behind me working with the young people is to instill some of the key words that's very important to me, and that is respect. Because growing up, I learned Baba Chuck Davis would make sure that it was ingrained in our DNA that in Africa, one of the most important things is to respect the elders. So when I see that, you know, a lot of the younger generation here disrespecting elders, it drives me to get that across through the music and the dance. So the objective is not really to make them drummers or make them dancers, but to give them an experience of teamwork and how to problem solve and how to respect one another, how to work with one another is what drives me through the program. Also, you know, the idea of putting pressure on them to retain information that has been given to them. So it's important. It also is a sense of responsibility. Once you start something, we stress, think about what you're getting into. We try to draw a picture for them. And once you decide you're going to do it, you have to stick with it. Yeah, what you start, finish it.
Yeah, I know that's, you know, from my experience being an observer of the workshop, I think that that's one of those key things. I mean, you're talking about a lot of skills and a lot of concepts that go beyond just the art forms, just the dance and the drumming and the song, and it really is like I can see the kids growing throughout the program. The ones who do stick with it and the ones who really rise to the occasion. It's really inspiring to see the growth. I know sometimes in the middle of the program, you know, we're kind of pulling our hair out a little bit. You know, are we going to be able to get it together? And you know, those performances, those students really do rise to the occasion and show that they have the skills to retain, they have the skills to perform and to share, and that they're learning, you know, these life skills beyond just maybe a new interest in dancing and drumming. I think that's one of the things that keeps me really interested in the program as well. In terms of the dances and the songs, is there a particular country or region that most of those tend to come from? Well,
mostly West Africa, particularly in Guinea, West Africa. I specialize mainly in West Africa. So the songs come from groups like Malinkes, it come from the Fulanis, Susu people, all of these ethnic groups where this rich culture come from is where we specialize. So,
and you have a drum with you tonight that you use to teach the kids learn how to drum, but you also do a lot of drumming for them to demonstrate and to help lead the dancing. Can you talk a little bit about the drum you have and let us hear a little bit of it?
Yes, this drum right here is called a djembe. The djembe is known worldwide. It's a cut from a wood, from a tree, and then shaped, and it's dressed with rope and has goat skin on the top. And this drum is dated back over 1,000 years, even longer before that, but it's dated back 1,000 years or more. Primarily, this drum, the djembe, is what we would use as a telephone in the computer today. This drum was used to communicate. It would send signals to the villagers or the people, that's the citizens in the village, to alert them about certain events that might be taking place. So through the sounds of the djembe, from far away, up to 3 miles, I was told that the sound of the djembe can be heard.
Wow.
And they would signal people to, if the president is coming into the village, they would know from the sound. Just like if you were singing happy birthday to you, we know that it's somebody's birthday. Well, they play signals from the drum that alert people the same way. If you know the signals, and then of course you will know what the drum is saying.
And in the context of our program, this drum really gives the students a lot of cues as they're dancing. It tells them which dance is coming next because of the different rhythms, but also it gives them cues within the dance too, right?
Right. One of the hidden responsibilities of the youth, when we work with the kids, a lot of people don't know that when we create the dances, we don't count. We don't say do this 3 times and do this 4 times and clap for 3 times. Everything is signaled from the drum. So not only do they have to know the dance, they also have to pay attention to the music. And then when you have several instruments playing at the same time, they have to really focus on the main drum. It's only one lead drum that's telling them when to start, when to change, and when to stop what they're doing. So if I want them to start singing, I play the code from the drum, they start singing. When I want them to start dancing, I play the code and they start dancing. So I don't know if you're interested in finding out what that code is.
Yeah.
Well, we try to put the patterns into words, so they can easily process the pattern of the drum that I'm playing. We would say, pay attention, we start right away. That would be one way to know that I'm playing for you to start dancing. That code sounds like this on the drum. Say, pay attention, we start right away. Once they hear that, and then they know that it's time for them to dance.
And that's called the break.
That's called the break.
Yeah.
In some parts of West Africa, it's called the tigeli. Yeah, the tigeli is the signal for you to start, change, and stop.
Okay. Will you play a little bit more of something on the drum?
Absolutely, yes. I'll play a piece called Cuckoo on the djembe. So it sounds like this.
Nice, yeah, and I can imagine all the other supporting drums sort of filling out the rhythm while this drum plays the lead and gives those calls.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yes. Sometimes up to 10 drums playing at one time. They all have a role that they play. They're not just playing the drums, but they all have a role that they play, and they follow the lead drummer. Yes.
Great. So we've been talking a lot about sort of the overall structure of the program, a little bit of the history of this workshop. We have a video that we created after the 2012 summer program that we're gonna watch, and it sort of takes us through the It takes us through the introduction of the kids, a little bit of the warm-ups that they do, and then the process of learning a dance, and finally some clips from the performance. So
Great.
let's go to that video now. Say your names.
Toya, Kaja, Talaya, Kamari, Fantasia,
Shakila. Karia.
It was fun.
What's your name?
Kanaja.
Have you ever taken an African dance class before?
No.
No. You having fun so far? Me too.
Get away off me too. I did an African dance. I did it last year.
I know. So you're back again for this year. Are you guys having fun?
Yeah.
How old are you, Elijah?
8.
What about you, Jeremiah?
5.
Yeah. What's your favorite part about this workshop, this camp? You like dancing or drumming?
Drumming. I like drumming.
They will use this drum and they will play on it and let everybody know that it's your birthday or that something important is going to happen today. I will play that on this drum. You're going to learn some language of the drum too, because when you dance, you're going to have to follow the language of the drum, because this drum is going to tell you when to start the dance. I won't say 5, 6, 7, 8, go. No, you got to wait for the drum to tell you when to go. Everybody say, pay attention, we start right away.
Pay attention, we start right away.
Listen on the drum and see if it sounds like that. Listen.
Yes.
That is called the break. It's called what?
The break.
The break tells you when to start, change, and stop. So when you do this dance, you have to really be low. You can't do this dance up high like this. I go, not that low, but you have to, yeah, you have to be down. Ready position. All right, so let's do this. Remember movement number 1? Bum, 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 bum. Make your arms big, real big, like that. Reach, bum, 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 bum. Go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's all stop that.
And are you having fun this summer?
Yeah. And I'm looking forward to the African dance.
What African dances are you learning?
Lamban.
Yeah. What else? All the songs. That was fun to watch those kids again. That was 2 years ago, and that was a fun group. This year, this summer, we're going to be working at Brown Rec Center, and up to 30 summer campers at Brown will get the opportunity to sign up for our program and to work with you and other members of your company to learn these dances and these drumming patterns. Do you have any ideas at this point about which dances you might be teaching them, or what songs you have in mind?
Well, we're going to be working, at least right now, the plan is to teach them a story about Sunjata. If I can get all the pieces together, and then we're going to try to tell the story of Sunjata, the Malian king from the old empire, the Mali Empire. Well, other than that, we're going to also learn Malinke songs. Okay. I want to do a dance called Sobanikun, which is from Guinea, West Africa. And it's a song and a dance for the youth. It's actually done by a very talented dancer, one talented dancer who shows his skills through dance. We're going to try to find a Sobaninkun dancer, one of the best dancers in the community. Other than that, we're going to just have fun and learn the rich traditions of West Africa.
And at the end of the month, these campers are going to travel to 4 different sites performing what they've learned and sharing. There's such a culture of sharing knowledge and passing down information in African culture, and so these children are going to be sharing with other members of the community. So starting July 29th, we'll be traveling to Heritage Green Retirement Community. On the 30th, we will be performing at Trotter Recreation Center for their summer campers. Thursday, the 31st, we will be at the Hayes Taylor YMCA. And then our final performance, which is really sort of the culmination of all of this performance week, open to the public, is here in the Cultural Arts Center in Studio 323, August 1st at 5 p.m. It's a free performance, really fun for the whole family. I know that in addition to having the children showcase what they've learned, there's always an audience participation moment as well, where the audience gets to have fun and show off their skills as well.
Absolutely.
So we're really excited about this summer's program. For more information about the performances or the program itself, please visit our website, danceproject.org. Again, our final performance, open to the public, is August 1st at 5 p.m. here at the Greensboro Cultural Arts Center in Studio 323. And Wesley, will you close us out by drumming a little bit? And thanks for chatting today.
Absolutely.